Hey y'all, I'm Rachel Harris, and this is my dog Piper, and I'm the owner of the vegan health and cooking blog, PassingDaisies.net. Now today I'm going to teach y'all how to make my Southwest Raspberry Barbecue Bruschetta featuring Newman's Own Light Raspberry and Walnut Vinaigrette. First, in our large bowl, we're going to combine 1 can of black beans that have been drained and rinsed. Next, we're going to add 1 can of corn that has been drained. Next, we're going to add 2 cups of tomatoes that have been diced into little, approximately 1-inch cubes. Then over here, we have 1 cup of diced red onion. Now you can use more or less depending on if you don't like as much onion or not. And then finally, we're going to add 1 14-ounce container of extra firm tofu that has been drained and pressed and cut into 1-inch cubes. And we're just going to mix this all together until it's combined. So now that this is all mixed, this is what it should look like when it's all mixed together. Now let's get started on making our marinade. In a small bowl, we're going to combine 1 tablespoon of your favorite vegan barbecue sauce, or if you're not vegan, you can use any of your favorite barbecue sauce. And we're just going to mix that in with 1/2 cup of the Newman's Light Raspberry and Walnut Vinaigrette. Now, the Newman's Own dressing really adds a nice sweetness to this and just brings out the sweetness of the barbecue. And it adds this really great fruity flavor as well. That'll be really delicious on our bruschetta. And we're just going to mix this all together with a whisk just until it's combined. And it shouldn't take very long, just a few seconds. And that's it. This is ready to go on top of our bruschetta. Now we're going to go ahead and add our marinade to our topping. I'm just going to go ahead and dump this on. And then we're just going to stir and make sure everything is evenly coated in the marinade. And basically, once everything is coated, all you're going to do is go ahead and cover this in plastic wrap, and then you're going to stick it in the fridge. And that's just so this can develop its flavors and marinate really well and just become nice and fruity and delicious. Now we're going to get started on toasting our baguette for our bruschetta. Now here on this tray, I've just sliced a whole multi-grain French baguette and put it on my baking sheet. They're about 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick slices, depending on how big you want them. And just throw them on your baking sheet. And then in here I have 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil that I've mixed with just a pinch each of sea salt and black pepper, and just stir it really well. Now all we're going to do is take our brush and we're going to dip it in our olive oil mixture, take a piece of our baguette, and we're just going to lightly coat it with this mixture and pop it back on the tray. Now this is all you need to do. You're just going to continue to do this until each one is covered. And then once that is done, you're going to pop this under your broiler in your oven for just a couple minutes. Really, not too long. You want to watch it so that it doesn't burn when it's under the broiler. And this is just so it gets really nice and crispy and toasty and golden brown and delicious. And now we're ready to wrap up our dish and bring this whole thing together. So we're just going to take our topping that I've pulled from the fridge that has been marinating for a while. And feel free to add some salt and pepper to this for some extra flavor if you want. I added a little bit while this was marinating just to give it a little extra flavor. So you're just going to take your spoon and you're going to ladle it over the top of each of your toasted pieces of bread. And don't worry if it kind of falls everywhere. It's okay. Bruschetta is a very messy dish. Don't worry about it. That's the whole fun of it, right? And plus, cowboys probably didn't use napkins, and they probably ate with their hands, so it's all good. So you're just going to spoon it over there until you coat all of your bruschetta. And then that's really all there is to this dish. How simple was that, right? So just as a side dish here, to make this a full meal, you can whip up a light salad using some organic baby greens, some Newman's Own dried apples, and of course the Newman's Own light raspberry and walnut vinaigrette. And that'll just complement our bruschetta really nicely and just bring the whole dish together. So let's go ahead and give this a taste. Can't wait, I'm so excited about this. So good. You're gonna have to try this. Well, y'all, it's been fun. Thanks for cooking with me. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did and maybe even learned a little bit about vegan cooking. Now remember to eat healthy, stay well, and cook with Newman's Own products. And on that note, this cowgirl is all tuckered out, so I think it's time for a cat nap. Night, y'all.